and Robbie doesn't like getting hit.
Yeah. At the same time, though, if you camp Incineroar like too hard, like you don't have enough stage control, then they can make the game very quick, as in a quick loss for you. So,
as we see, the instant loss of stage control is making Robbie take a lot of damage already.
It's like really terrifying because you don't want to interact with Incineroar, but you still need to hold your ground against them. Because if you give up too much stage, then you have nowhere to run against Side Fever. Ah, almost perfectly timed. That would have been a precarious scenario, but still.
Precarious. Robbie's being overwhelmed right now.
He is. He's getting harassed right now. The start of his aerials are constantly getting interrupted, so he's gonna have to like.
Unless he just net trains him.
True. That's the thing with super heavies though. Because of the fact that, like, you know, they struggle with disadvantage, they're very big, easy to hit, you have to make it so that as soon as you hit them, they can't play the game anymore.
Yeah.
Because if they get to play the game, it's low-key not a fair game.
Not at all, but Robbie starts to find his strides now and, like, get the spacing that he wants.
Woof. That nair is a correct answer back right against the Rising Forwarder. But still, bit of an even game at the moment. Shield Art is no longer online, so Robbie has to be very careful because all it takes is one random Incineroar side B, and he could low-key just die.
Explode.
What up for do it? It will bust the up, will increase the damage.
So it ends up
so as a result, Incineroar has 3 kill throws, by the way. I don't know why.
Yes.
He has 3 kill throws and 1 combo throw. I don't know who allowed this.
Well, to be fair, they are the slowest runner in the game, I think.
Yeah, they're the only thing that like Ultimate, or like they're the closest thing Ultimate has to like the FGC concept of grapplers.
Yes.
Well, big thing with grapplers is you gotta keep them out, and that's exactly what Robbie did right there. Smash R up tilt.
Keeping him in the air and
I wanted the triple dip, bro.
The triple, there's no way to see the triple dip.
Because the double dip wouldn't have been enough in Shield Art. I needed a triple dip, bro.
Triple dip, that's too much dip on your chip right there.
Sometimes you need a little bit of extra dip on the chip, if you ask me. But
maybe a little bit.
It looks like Robbie's getting a little bit too much right now. 73% on deck. Unanswered, 91.
But I really like this because whenever Robbie's in the air, he's getting stuffed out by general skills. When he's on the ground, he just gets grabbed immediately. So Robbie doesn't want to hold chilled. He doesn't want to be in the air. Just be like conflicted with the options he's able to choose with how Scales is maneuvering himself.
Scales is very much picking and choosing these openings really, really well.
Very well.
Getting rid of Shield Art right there.
I like the pummels there to get rid of it.
Yeah. But like the biggest thing is just, as you mentioned, interrupting the startup. And you can't really like swing for free because of that range. Ooh, he lives. He lives. But you can't really like swing for free. You have to time your swings with the same timing in which they jump. And that kind of takes a slight understanding of like stage control and positioning. And that's exactly what General Scales is capitalizing on. Robbie has to find a way to play his game.
Start to find it now with the advantageous stage positioning. Not anymore.
Why was that save? Why was Raw F smash on Shield safe?
Oh, you're talking about Incineroar F smash?
Incineroar tipper F smash.
The tipper, that thing is.
Oh, he's still going!
Still dead.
My fault.
Up here.
I did not let them cook. I didn't let him cook.
At all.
He was in the kitchen preparing a gourmet 5-star meal and I didn't let him cook. My fault.
Cooked it to perfection, taking that.
Gordon Ramsay would be proud. That's all I'm saying.
Very proud. Oh, what damage is General?
Oh, Shield Art. You know what? I wanted a little bit too much there. I forgot we're playing against Shulk.
To be fair, I feel like up air would have been even better as it would have set up more for a jungle. Even if it was a little dink, could have set up for up tilt, maybe another down tilt.
Yeah.
But forward air still damage. Damage is damage. Especially when you have the advantage. Ooh, a whiff of the
This is going to be scary. Incineroar has very good edge guarding. Oh, I respect it. I respect it.
I would really love to see a neutral be there as they'll like have to trade.
Yeah.
And any trade now I think is good for General Scales.
For me, I was looking for more of a down air or a 2-frame just because of the fact that when they have jump art, they can mix up their timing so much.
True.
But the scary thing here is that Robbie is at death percent and he has to get the opponent to death percent.
We're from 77 to 92 with that neutral damage.
Trying to interrupt the jump again, but instead intercepts jump art straight into the ceiling.
Into the ceiling.
God damn.
General Scales taking game 1. Maybe I focused on the wrong thing before this set. Not Robbie, but General Scales.
This is what I was thinking. Because low-key, while Robbie does play slow at the same time, because of the fact that he'll take less stage just to get space to do his thing, that means that a character like Incineroar can play a lot faster now. Because they don't have to worry about running into things. Yeah. They have the stage control. The opponent has to run into them at that point. And Incineroar, with stage control, plays a very fast game. He plays a very fast game indeed.
You just keep taking damage and damage and damage. It's very hard to find your footing against them really amazing hitboxes. His tilts are great. His freaking aerials are
All
amazing.
of his normals are great. His frame data is really good too. His one weakness is that his movement stats are terrible.
Yeah.
So as a result, that's why the #1 way to beat Incineroar, as we see with like Kurama. I don't know if you guys have watched Kurama versus SkyJ, but he like destroyed SkyJ way harder than anyone else way back at like, I think the Ludwig Invitational or something. And it was all just because his movement was insane. Incineroar is a grappler, they want to land grabs, but if you're constantly moving, if you're constantly like weaving around him and also making use of stage control through that, then he has a harder time getting those hits because of that speed. So I think that's what we're really going to have to see from Robbie this game. Because if you're too static, Incineroar gets to play that game.
Absolutely. But I really want to see Robbie just like staying in mid-range a bit better. Because I feel like he's getting like playing a bit too close at times, getting stuffed out. And that's the reason why he got stuffed out so much in game 1. He's playing a little bit too close. And now that he's spacing himself a bit more, he's able to like keep advantage.
Absolutely, absolutely. But the thing is, Incineroar finds a way in. And when you're in CQC, you have to reset against Incineroar.
You have to.
Because if you're not careful, you will just get hit by that neutral B. Spot dodge neutral B, any neutral B out of anything. It's such a quick get off me tool.
Very quick. And that back air taking the stock.
Absolutely.
That DI was like, not quite I want to go home, like it's getting a bit late.
Yeah, that was kind of just like, you know, 9 PM DI. It wasn't quite,
DI right there.
It wasn't quite bedtime DI, it was 9 PM
9
DI.
PM DI, I fully agree.
Absolutely.
Robbie with the stock lead, just
dead? Oh, we're not seeing the horizontal.
not seeing the strong hit at all.
And like before I could understand because you might want to get like a juggle. But on Town and City, the blast zones are closer on the sides.
Oh.
So that's where you want to get it.
That nair nearly took the stock.
Very, very astute roll behind. It's going to be interesting to see what Robbie makes with this advantage state because you have to stop the heavies from playing the game.
Ooh.
He's dead!
The RB out of shield, landing a bit too close with that nair, not spacing it correctly, getting you punished by the RB.
Positioning and spacing are everything against Incineroar.
One stack of revenge right now.
Low-key, I think one side B makes the game in their favor.
It would have, yeah, it actually does.
I think it does enough damage. And the thing is, Shulk's damage output without Buster isn't incredible. So it's going to take a lot more hits.
Revenge.
45 in one hit!
Huge damage with that forward air.
Oh, we're not quite going to see a pivot grab. Oh, that breaks his shield! Oh, you're doing a little bit too much.
I feel like if you got the tipper there, it would have definitely killed, but it was slightly misspaced. Slightly, ever so slightly.
Low-key, I think he could have just charged up smash. He was in smash shot. I think you could have done anything.
Maybe. He was in smash shot, but I feel like the timing for the air smash was literally at the end of smash shot, so he still got the extra knockback, but he got southpaw.
It's hard to foresee that, you know. When it comes to punishing you, it's best to keep it simple. That's exactly what General Scales is still doing here, the positioning, the timing, just waiting and trying to catch those jump ins.
Oh, and the strong here should take the stock here, and that is Robbie's stock evaporated.
You have to move, you have to keep it moving, because if you're too much in shield, if you're static, Incineroar will capitalize on that. The worst thing you can do is stay in place.
Get them grubby claws on you if you stay still.
Absolutely.
But edge guard situation.
I thought that killed him. I thought that killed him. I would be completely real. I thought he was dead.
I thought he was dead too. That spike is very devious to your life off stage.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I thought he was going to go for the grab. I'm too much of an Incineroar fan. It's scary to play against, but I love watching him.
Ooh, nice catch with the up tilt by Robbie.
Indeed, indeed.
Just needs to control this area a bit better.
Absolutely.
Maybe he can get his way back into the game.
Cooking something different with the speed art up B, but that's why I'm liking to see with this with the speed art. It's allowed him to move a little bit better. He's kind of like a bit more awake, a bit more present, and just weaving around Incineroar a lot better right now, providing a wall for him that he can't run into. Because if you respect Incineroar too much, he gets to play his game.
And you don't want him to play his game at all.
Absolutely. You need to put up the great wall of China right here.
Absolutely.
Disengage, reset, reposition. That's exactly what we're trying to see. And Smasher is out.
Active right now. But I'm really liking the spacing from Robbie. Like, he's actually... Never mind. It was fine. It was literally fine until then. Never mind. See, okay, we're back in the Robbie zone right now. See, look at this. Fading back with your aerials out of range for the grab.
This is what we're trying to see. This is how you bully Incineroar right here.
See, got the whiff punish. General Scales got a bit like...
And this could be it. Smash art, Town and City. Incineroar has no stage. What does he do? He's he's found a way out, but still. Oh, I liked the recovery idea. using that up B to get higher and make it harder to contest, but unfortunately, just a little bit off. And Robbie turns it around. I think everything kind of shifted the minute he went speed up, because it was like his movement like leveled up twice, just because of the fact that you have speed. He was like, oh, this is how I play the game again, and this is what I need to do.
Remembering to play the game mid-set.
Still though, General Scales has had an incredible showing so far, and he could very much still turn it around for game 3. Because he was dominating that second game too. Game 1 he had, game 2 he had at the start, but Robbie just kind of like shifted it up, used a little bit, was a bit more confident in his movement. So we're going to have to see a little bit more like, I don't know, we're going to have to see a little bit more maybe patience from General Skills. He was able to like find his way in before and just kind of like set up his like own game. But Robbie started playing around it more at the end, avoiding the spot dodges, avoiding the scrambles, opting to like punish the next option. So General Skills is going to have to take advantage of that conditioning.
Like I really liked last game, like with Robbie staying back, I literally saw the impatience from General Skills with one of the dash attacks. He did literally out of range, didn't even hit Robbie's shield. So I can definitely see the impatience starting to come out at the end of that game. If General Scales just like slow himself down and just approach like how he did the first game, punishing whenever Robbie does miss space or does.
Yeah, you have to readjust to these new timings, you know. Use whatever movement you have to regain data, gain information, and see what they're doing.
Fantastic parry right there.
Because no opponent is without openings. Whether they're freaking MK Leo, Spargo, everyone has an opening. It's all about what you can do to create that opening and take advantage of it.
Absolutely. As Robbie's taking absolute advantage of this opening.
Oh my god, he died! We're seeing absolute confusion in the player cams right now. I don't know if you saw. Even General Scales was surprised that killed, bro. What the hell? 44!
For 3%, 41% from that.
One interaction! This is why you don't scrap with Incineroar.
Do not scrap with Incineroar.
And once again, we're seeing the lead. He was at a deficit last game. Robbie definitely was. So it's a question of...
But even at 52 right now, if you get a lucky S-Smash, that stock is also eviscerated.
I'm liking the patience we're seeing now. We're seeing a little bit more waiting. We're finally hitting the side pieces.
This is a different Scales. This is a different General Scales.
Look at this.
A lot slower, playing your advantage well, but I guess with the stock lead, you're allowed to do this.
Absolutely.
Like, General Scales is saying now, Robbie, you come to me. I'll take all of this. You can take all this damage. I'll take all of this advantage.
Still, that up B back to stage is proving quite problematic for Robbie because it completely bypasses the ledge trap. This could be it!
And that's going to be the stock.
The stock lead. This is a different Scales.
Different Scales. Built diff right now.
But Robbie may be down, but he's not quite out.
Not quite out. I completely
agree. That grab. Oh my god. He's dead into his soul. He put the pause on him right there.
Oh, a little bit of mashing right now. What is happening?
We're seeing a little bit, you know, a little bit of bolognese on the plate with the spaghetti right now.
Having a bit of fun with it. He's
against Buster as well. That is confidence.
Very much confidence, but...
I think he's understood that Robbie is terrified right now. Oh my god, almost dead.
Oh.
He's understood that Robbie is terrified and that he's making the most of the panic and the fear that Incineroar induces. This is the super heavy effect right here. And this could be over.
Oh, down throw.
Opting to extend it a little bit longer, going for a ledge drop. Interesting choice.
Very scary, giving up your stage control there. Maybe Robbie can clear something out of this situation. The back air, forward air.
What is going on? I'm left utterly speechlessly by
Absolutely. But Robbie just trying to fight, however.
No jump.
Fight. Don't die again like that. Okay, avoid.
He's waiting. The patience is immaculate.
Patience is immaculate right now.
That was incredible. He's just weak.
But shield up. Oh, that back
no more smash art, no more shield art. Shulk has to play a little bit more of a regular game.
Oh.
What does he do here?
But the way, I really want to see Robbie like wait a little bit left, a little bit more.
Oh, the high recovery! One more time! Catching Robbie off guard.
I want to see Robbie wait a bit more at ledge, maybe hold shield.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead. And General Scales once again taking it. Game 3 in his favor. He kind of figured out how things were working. He kind of was like, you know what? You realize how to play the game. I've realized how to play the game now. This is my game.
The cogs turned.
It was interesting to see the counter adaptation there for sure. But it was, I think at the very end we got to see the super heavy effect, which is usually on paper. You see matchup charts. You're like, Bowser gets destroyed +3. Incineroar gets destroyed +2. But the thing is, that's in like friendlies. That's on paper. When you're in bracket, it's a different game because you're afraid. You're afraid. Suddenly you're more static. Suddenly you're making more panic options. Air dodge in, air dodge, neutral air dodge, into directly
American air dodge.
American air dodge, as we've seen there. And that is where the spaghetti bolognese comes out. The super heavies prepare a 5-star meal, and you are the main ingredient. And there's nothing you can do. So you have to remain calm. You don't want to become an ingredient for their new meal, their new TikTok, whatever clip they're trying to find, bro. But yeah, General Scales takes it with a very impressive showing.
Very much.
We talked a lot about Fear just now. I'm seeing Darkstalker turn up to the seat.
Oh.
If we've had one character that induces fear, we have an entire player that induces fear, bro.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
The snowball and comeback potential of Terry.
I don't know.
Is unfair.
Absolutely. I don't know if you guys have seen that clip from of like Cosmos. Oh, hello, Robbie. Would you like to say anything to the?
Say anything to the stream.
Would you like to say anything to the stream?
Yes.
Yeah. Lean in.
Hello. That was a set of Smash Brothers. I completely forgot how to punish Lariat.
Fair.
Every time I was in a Vige, I was like, "Ooh, I can maybe up B him when he goes high and does his up B." I was like, "That's an idea I had." That's how I died at 20.